Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the biggest part of the app, the deals page. This is going to provide you with the most value. This is where you're going to be spending most of your time. I want to show you how this page works. So let's begin. So you'll see here right now, I have this Kanban style board that's on this page. And what it allows me to do, as you can see, I have some example deals that I already created. It allows me to just update the stage quickly by moving the deal into that particular stage column. As you notice, as I'm moving the deal, the counter goes up, all right, and it falls into that particular stage. If I were to open it up just to verify, you do see that it is in the working stage in its intended column, okay? I can go ahead and I can add another deal there. You'll notice the counter goes up by 2. This is just a very easy, simple way that if you have tens, maybe even hundreds of deals on a board, an easy way for you to manage all of your deals and see it at a high level, you know, your overall pipeline. Now, these stages here are not going to exist when you get access to the app. This is going to be a completely blank screen. You're just going to have, you know, these 2 buttons here. So what you're going to need to do before you even click this new deal button is you want to go into manage stages. And you want to first define your sales cycle, create your stages, right? So let's go ahead and let's just create an example stage so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to put in a stage of viewing, and I want to put it before closed one. So we had new negotiation closed one here. I want to put it between negotiation closed one. So that's 1, 2, 3, right? So I'm going to put the order as 3. I'm going to change the color here to black, and I'm going to hit save. There we go. Now you'll see viewing has been created, and it is in fact in between negotiation and close one columns. I can now go ahead and move a deal into that particular column. If I open it up, you'll notice that stage has now been created and is now available in the stage dropdown. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to mention though is that when I go back into manage stages, I also give you the ability to delete your stages, just because your sales cycle may change. You may want to, you know, maybe refine it a little bit more, make it a little bit more simpler. So in order for you to delete your stage, you got to first make sure that you move all of your deals out of that stage. So what I mean is, if I click this viewing stage, you'll notice we have this one deal that's in there. If I hit delete, there's validation to ensure that we move all of our deals into another stage before deleting the stage that we intend to delete, okay? So I'm gonna move this to negotiation. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna hit viewing, and I'm gonna hit delete. And there we have it, it's now been removed, okay? Now, another thing to mention is that when you're creating your stages, when you specify the order of where you intend the stage to appear, it may not appear in that particular order. Now, the reason for that is because the neighboring stages, so for example, if we go back to our example of viewing, how it was between negotiation and closed one, right? If we say we want the viewing stage to appear in between these 2 stages, but in fact it doesn't, all right, most likely it's because the neighboring stages, the order number is also the same as what we've specified, or maybe it's just out of order a little bit. So what you would need to do is go back into your stages that you've already created, click each one, and just verify that the sort order number, the order number makes sense, right? So you'll see here, look, new negotiation is 2. My closed one jumped to 4, okay? I actually want to move that to 3 because now we don't have a stage in between negotiation and closed one, all right? I want to hit save. Now I want to go back. This is just some cleanup here, right? But you always want to make sure that your ordering is in the intended order, okay? So that when you do add a stage in the future, it makes sense, okay? So we had closed one, we had working. Now we're going to try closed lost. Closed lost is also 4. So now we got to change that to 5 because we want closed lost to happen after working, okay? And then we have done, and closed lost. There we go. So these are all in the right numbers, right? Right order. 1, 2, 3. Now watch if I add another stage here. So look, if I go back and I re-add viewing again, okay? I put it back to between negotiation and close one, which means I wanted stage 3. Give it the color black. Notice how it appears after the close one column, okay? So this is just some little foresight from my end, because I do know many of you are gonna come across this and you might be confused and wonder how to fix the problem. This is just a little guidance for that, right? So go back into your stages, right? Now you have viewing, that's 3, but you also have closed 1 that's free. Let's move closed 1 to 4, hit save. There we go. Now it's swapped. Now you have viewing in its intended place. But now you know the numbering is not consistent across through, because now you have 2 4s. But I mean, to your discretion, you can maintain your sales cycle and your stage ordering to what you like. You don't have to go back and rejig it every single time. Only do it when you intend to add new stages or remove stages and want to keep the sales cycle in the right order. Now going with that, let's continue. I've showed you now how to create your stages and basically define your sales cycle. I've showed you how to delete your stages. I've showed you a little quirk with being able to make sure that your stages are in the right order and that they show up in its intended order. Now let's go into creating a new deal. Okay, so let's go and create new deal, and let's choose a customer. I'm going to choose, this is a lookup. So this field is a required field. You can't create a deal without associating it with a customer, and you must have the customer saved. So going back to our customers page, which was in a previous video, you have to create the customer first in order for them to show up here, because it's a lookup. Okay, let's choose Rania here. Okay, right away you'll notice it actually pulls Rania's associated logo that was coming from her customer record. You can change this to whatever you'd like, right? It doesn't have to be this logo. So I can go here and I can change this to, let me go to, let's change this to, let me change it to this. Okay. There we go. We got a different logo here. All right. Now, the name of the deal, let's go with a window shutter. I liked our window shutters example that we used in a previous video. Let's go with that here. We're gonna pretend like Rania's interested in buying window shutters from us. So we're gonna say shutter package A. All right. And I know for any of you who are in the window shutter business, I'm sure this doesn't make sense to you. Listen, I'm not in the business as well, but I wanted to use window shutters as an example. All right, but anyways, we're calling it shutter page A, shutter package A. All right, let's put the stage, let's actually jump it to our new stage, viewing. Okay, and you'll notice here that we have paid, gifted, and both as the type of deal. I did provide gifted as well, just because you might be providing services for free or giving away products for free, or you might be doing a little mix of both depending on the deal. So I want to give you those options to give you full flexibility. For this, we'll just stick with paid. Our payment terms that we agreed upon was 30 days. The amount that we agreed upon with the customer was $1,200 to install shutter package A. Now we have the created date that defaults to the current day, but you can change this to whatever you want. Maybe you want to backdate some of your deals because you didn't have time to create the deal, but you want to keep that information accurate, and you said, hey, I created a deal yesterday, I had spoke with someone, but I forgot to record it. I give you the flexibility to go back in time. And also with the completed date, same thing. This is just kind of an added day field to basically show when the deal has been completed. Now, completed to you may mean when the service or product was delivered, or it could mean when you converted that customer into a sale, right? And I know I'm not using the proper sales terminology. Really, it's a lead, but I keep it as customers to keep it with the branding of this app. And basically I call it customers because you might also have repeat business from your existing customers, right? And I think that's what makes the most sense. So basically you can go ahead and you can specify a completed date here if you'd like. We're gonna leave this blank for now. You can also upload files, okay? Now it doesn't, honestly, this is incredibly flexible. You can add Excel spreadsheets, you can add images, whatever you want. Let's go ahead and just add another image file here, okay? And I'm gonna hit done. And there we have it. We have another image file here. And I can continue to add notes. So I can say Rania has mentioned that she needs this done urgently. All right, and let's just hit save. There we go. Now we've created our new deal. All right. Now if I open this up by clicking the bolded text here, so you'll notice by clicking the bolded text, which is the name of the deal here, this is what's going to cause the existing deal to open up. You'll notice a few things, or one big thing. You'll notice that now we have a delete button now that the deal's saved. Also, you'll see this little plus icon. What this plus icon is for is to associate your products or services to the deal. So I can go in here and I can add a product or service. I know this doesn't make sense, and Ethernet for a window shutter job doesn't make sense, but hey, we're doing it. I'm gonna add a quantity here of 5. Maybe we're selling, we spoke with them on the phone. We said we're selling them 5 Ethernet cables, all right? And we're just gonna hit this little check mark and it's gonna save it against this deal, all right? We can add multiple, as many as we'd like, all right? I can go in and I can add another one here. I can add as many as I would like here, and pretty much this gives you the flexibility to associate all of the products or services you've discussed with the customer to your deal, so it's all kept in one place and it's easy for you so that you don't have to remember what you promised the customer on what you were going to offer them or do for them, all right? Now you'll also notice that these amounts, this amount here is a fully open field. It has nothing to do with the amounts that we have in our items page, simply because, you know, the item that the original sale price that you might have may be different when you're talking to the customer. Once you negotiate with them, maybe you're offering a package deal and you're lowering the price a little bit for them, right? So I wanted to give you full flexibility to control the overall amount here, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much how to create a deal. All right. Now, a couple other things before I finish off with this part of the video is you'll notice the deal amount shows up in our deal tile. All right. You'll also notice the created date also shows up here. Okay. So you'll notice right away, you'll from a high level, without opening a deal, you have the amount. You'll have the stage that it's in, you'll have the name of the deal, and you'll also have the created date of the deal. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. You do have this little question mark icon in case you need a little extra guidance on what to do here. I do have it in-app guidance for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.